What is going on, guys? So, you're like, Hunter, why are you so excited today? Well, I failed you in a sense that I didn't bring you with me throughout everything that has been going on. It is 2:30 in the afternoon, but my day is not just starting. I had a callback audition for the film that I read for in Tuesday's video, or like 2 days ago's video, when I didn't work out and I was wearing a tank top and then I switched, all that. Remember it? Awesome. Well, that was my first audition. I got a call back, met again with the casting director, met with the producer of the movie and the writer and also star of the movie. So super humbling, meeting them, having the opportunity, and I feel like I took advantage of it, guys. I was confident in what I brought to the table. And I think that's so important, that you're confident in your skill set and your talent. You believe in yourself and you believe that you're enough. Anyways, that's why I'm hyped up. I'm leaving another audition for a Buick commercial right now, and it went well. It felt rushed, but other than that, it went well. I think they're just casting off looks anyways. So depending on if they need Caucasian, blonde hair, blue-eyed guy, I'll book it. Commercials sometimes work like that. Anyways, headed to the gym right now, and you know what? I'm gonna change my training up slightly because I feel confident about this film. I really do. I of course don't know anything. I don't know if I booked it, if I didn't, but I have a really good feeling, and I'm going to add a little bit of cardio in, because this movie is about a fighter, and I'll be playing one of the fighters, and I want to make sure that I look shredded if I do book it. And if they say we're shooting in 2 weeks, I want to be ready. So it's just going to be a little more conscious. May not have ice cream and chocolate syrup tonight. May just have steak and rice, which is what is planned. Anyways, I love my ice cream though. But anyways, we're going to go get in a dynamic push day. But I didn't bring my bands. Why did I not bring my bands? Because I'm going to use, for one, it was incline banded press, and I'm just not crazy about incline banded press. Also, I'm now doing standing overhead press, so that's a lot of shoulder movement. You know, if you're on a high incline and you're doing vertical press, your flat bench is getting nothing. So anyways, I'm going to be doing what's called a Spoto press. You will see what it looks like if you don't already know, but basically it's going to help you control the weight all the way down and be explosive, just like dynamic work. For me, it's going to serve the same purpose, but I'm going to pause about 1 inch off my chest with the bar and then explode it back up. And I'm going to use, I don't know what percentage, but I'm going to go by feel and work up to a weight that I can move comfortably for probably 8 to 12 reps. But I'm only going to do sets of 3, 16 sets of 3, explosive. But before the Spoto press, I'm going to do standing overhead press. So you guys know that I want to get my standing OHP up. So that's what we're going to start off today's workout with. And then we're going to go into our Spoto press. And then we're going to go into, I believe, a hammer incline-ish bench press. That's like tucked away at this gym, and like no one really uses it. And then some tricep work. But I will definitely record the OHP and the Spoto press. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up button. Thank you for subscribing. And thank you for accompanying me on this crazy journey of life, of strength gains, and everything else. It is awesome. You are awesome. And I will see you guys on the other side. back in the gym, getting ready for my favorite exercise in the world, the strict standing overhead press. Psych! I absolutely hate this exercise. You guys know that I hate this exercise. So why am I doing it? Because it is part of the Big Five, and the Big Five are important. But I just suck at this one. I'm pretty good at the other four. Bench, squat, deadlift, bent over barbell row, standing overhead press. Those are the Big Five. Don't know them, learn them. I'm so weak at the overhead press. This is 115, and I'm struggling. If you can't tell, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you that the struggle is real. This is selfie camera angle 101. Just put it right in front of you and just go for it. There's 1 rep. 2, getting my head through, feeling okay. I'm just going to talk you through this one. There's 3. 4, going for 8. I'm thinking this is trouble. 5, I'm struggling. This is where it gets horrible. 6, I said I want to quit. Look. Okay, I want to quit now. I even look. No, I can't do this. This is too much. Nah, I got this. Yeah, I got this. Oh, 8. Boom. Done. Rack it. Get out of there, kid. You're going to kill yourself. No, maybe I'll flex a little bit. Alright, I'm good. So then I went into Spoto pressing. And in all seriousness, guys, flexing at the end of a set is not something that I came up with. It's actually something that I heard from Arnold Schwarzenegger. And if you don't know who that is, might want to Google him. He kind of knows a thing or two about bodybuilding and about looking good. And I know I'm not necessarily bodybuilding, but I do like to look good. And I do think lifting weights is a contraction of the muscle. So if you can add an isometric or static contraction at the end of a contraction with the weight, then I think it definitely has a benefit not only to your musculature, but also potentially a benefit to a better hormonal response. Oh my goodness, I'm getting so scientific. Not really. Moved into Spoto pressing. This is 185. I did like 12 sets of 3. I did so many sets of 3, it was ridiculous. This was my dynamic day. I didn't want to use bands. Tired of the bands. So I just wanted to still work on something that would give me explosiveness. So I moved into a wide grip Spoto press. Spoto pressing, stop at 1 inch short of your chest. Pause it and explode it. After the Spotos, went to my secret little corner to work on some hammer press. I did these a bit more slow and controlled than I have previously, and I just love this machine. I am definitely going to start doing it probably every chest workout. It just feels so fluid. It feels good on my shoulders, but I still really feel the contraction in my chest and my triceps. So definitely going to start throwing this in at the end of my bench work. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the rest of the video, and I will see you all later.
What is going on, guys? Just finished my dynamic push workout with cardio. Look at his face. Look at his face. It is sweating like crazy. I'll tell you about the cardio in a second. Overhead press, it's embarrassing. You know, I've had so many problems with my shoulder, from, you know, years of sports to, you know, car wreck I was in, to years of lifting. My shoulders just aren't good, especially my right one. Years of baseball. You know, all that has a toll on your body. And plus I haven't trained shoulders in forever. So getting back into it, it's really discouraging. It's such a hard movement. I hate doing it. So
continue to do it. If you hate squatting, please start squatting. If you hate deadlifts, you need to be doing deadlifts. If there's an exercise that you hate that is one of the big five: bench, squat, deadlift, overhead press, bent over barbell row, then you got to suck it up and do it, because those are truly, if I could only do 5 exercises for the rest of my life, those would be the 5, because nothing will shape your body quite like those compound movements. Anyways, there's only 5. There's only 5 of them. There's a million different exercises, but those 5 are of the utmost importance. Anyways, Spoto pressing went well. Did 185 with a wider grip than I usually do. For one set of 3, I moved it closer to my regular bench grip, and it hurt my shoulder. So I widened it back out. Wide is in the power rings. Pinkies were on the power rings. Usually I go thumb from the knurling. So the bar is smooth, and then there's knurling, and then there's a ring on the outside. So pinkies were on the rings. That's, for me, considered wide grip. And then thumb from where the smooth and the knurling meet, that little line, that is my regular bench. And then close grip for me is I go false grip. So I don't grip it around, I go false grip. And I go this part of my thumb where the smooth meets the knurling. That's my close grip. Thumb from that smooth part is my regular grip. Pinkies on those power rings is my wide grip. Anyways, so I was doing wide grip with these Spoto presses, and with 185, really trying to get the technique of the bench down. For, God, it seems like a month or 2, I can't get my leg drive and my shelf like on the same page. I don't know. My technique just it's I can't repeat it, in other words. When I squat, everything's pretty much the same every time I squat. Deadlift, pretty much everything is the same. But with my bench, it feels like every time I set up, it's not quite the same as the time before, which is odd. I've been benching, my entire life. So I don't know why that setup of all of them feels the worst, but I feel like it is the least technical compared to the squat and the deadlift, which in my opinion are very technical lifts. So there's some good news in that, because it should be the least hard to fix and nail down the form. Anyways, enough of that. Let's talk about this cardio. So for the video, left a great callback audition, and then I felt really good about, and as I try not to get hit, that I felt really confident with. So it's for a fighter. I'd be playing a fighter, and I like the way I'm built, but on film you just don't pop like you would in person. So with that being said, for the past 9 weeks, 10 weeks, I've been focused on strength, and I've been eating ice cream when I want it. I've been eating pizza when I want it. I had pizza and pasta the other night. So needless to say, I'm not as ripped as I would like to be, and of course I want to be perfect. I'm a perfectionist, and if I'm going to be the lead in a movie, I want everybody watching to know why I got it. I want to earn it. I don't want it to be given to me. So I want to come in shredded as possible. I'm talking like I've already booked it, and I haven't, and I've gone to a million auditions. I really have, and I've been this close before, and I've been this close before, and I've booked stuff before. So you don't want to ride the highs too high or the lows too lows, but for some reason I don't want to be caught flat-footed if I do book it. So I'm gonna go ahead and pretend like I did, and lean up just a little bit, just a touch, maybe 5 to 10 pounds. I'm 171 right now, and it feels so good. I haven't been this weight consistently in my entire life. I moved out to LA about 3 years ago, and ever since I moved out, you know, I've stayed pretty ripped, and like around the 162 to 165 range. I've never gone up above 170. So anyways, with that being said, I definitely think that I will look sharper and more cut, thus bigger, at 165. And I know you're like, how could you lose 5 to 10 and look bigger? Well, film just has a way of doing that. If you've ever seen Fight Club, Brad Pitt, or Never Back Down, Cam Gigande, those guys just look shredded. Like, you just want to stare, because you're like, how are you built like that? And I think Brad Pitt weighed like 155 in Fight Club, and I'd say Cam weighed 155, pushing it, probably 150. So, and you just look good, and it's so small in person, but on film you look huge. Anyways, I'm just talking now. We're 7.5 minutes in. If you're still watching, hey man, my channel's for you. Or hey lady, my channel's for you. I appreciate it. I could talk forever about these things and my life and what I think and believe, and I appreciate you guys supporting that, wanting to listen to me, and all that good stuff. Anyways, have we talked about cardio? I don't even think we talked about it. 3.7 was the speed. It started off as being going to be 15 minutes, but at 15 minutes it was like 0.85 miles. So I was like, I'm not going to stop at that. I'm going to walk a mile. So it ended up being 17 minutes on the dot. 3.7 was the speed. 12% was the incline, and it worked out to be a mile. Don't know how many calories I burned, don't know my heart rate, but I would say it was about 100 calories and about maybe 1 to 150 calories, and I would say my heart rate was 135 to 155 the whole time. And I know that because I have been training for so long, and I know how I was feeling, so I can tell you what my numbers most likely were, and I would almost bet that those were my numbers. That's how, I mean, I'm very in tune with my body. So best case, I book this and I get 2 to 4 weeks. That's all I would need. I would like it to be 3 to 4 weeks, but I could get really lean in 2 weeks. Worst case, you know, they want to start filming next week. Again, I'm counting my money before I make it. Not literally, but you know, I'm envisioning you know, booking this before I do, and that can be a disappointing thing to do if you don't book it. But I just feel good about it. And worst case, you know, I get a little bit leaner. I just don't want to lose much strength. But anyways, that's all I got for now, guys. I'm gonna go home. As you can see, I am soaked. We got the car sauna in full effect right now, and I've got steak and jasmine rice. That's gonna be my dinner after I have a protein shake. So I think it's probably like 6 right now, maybe 5:30. So I'll have a protein shake and then eat dinner 2 to 2.5 hours after that. All right, guys. Thanks again. And what is tomorrow? What do we have tomorrow? We either have dynamic legs or max effort deadlifts. And my lower back is super tight from yesterday's PR of 385 on the squats. So I don't necessarily want to train legs again tomorrow, but I know I can't max out on my back. Earlier in the week, you guys remember I had to switch things around. Anyways, I didn't think it would mess me up, and it's not going to mess me up. I just may have to, you know, really work it out and game plan for it. But yes, we're 11 minutes in, and I'm out. Thank you for watching. Hope you had a blessed day, and I'll see you guys later.